Well, hello there, everyone, and happy Sunday. It is Lauren from Craft Some Joy, and I just wanted to hop on today to make sure to say hello and happy Sunday. And I have a few things that I want to share with you today. So I hope you are finding that I am on the live. So let me just pop on over and find my chat. Happy Sunday. And I have a few things that and if you're here, say hello because I love seeing who's around Facebook and who is with me. So what's really strange, for the first time ever, I did something really weird, and hopefully if I start seeing chat now, I'll know I'm in the right place. So somebody say hello, okay? Pop a comment in there. All right, Jane. Woohoo! I was streaming it to my personal Facebook page. Okay, so you know what? There's just always something, right, you guys? And I'm like, why isn't anybody saying hello? This is so unusual. Anyhow, I don't do anything with my personal Facebook page other than it's a placeholder for my business page. If you guys know that, I'm only active with my business page and my groups. So now everybody's saying hello. Wendy's here, Diane's here, Jane's here. Thank you guys for letting me know I'm in the right place. And I have some folks on Facebook right now. Tina's here, Bev is here. Hi, Darlene. Um, I know I've got a promo, so you're not going to see my face right now, because I have a few things I really need to share with you. Plus, I'm going to scrap for a little bit. I'm going to share a page that I want to scrap with you and just show you the new summertime collection. But before we jump in, I wanted to share this brand new promotion with you because I feel like this came out on Friday and I have been so busy. You guys know that we're in the middle of a remodel. I had to take a little time off to go talk kitchen stuff with my husband. And anyhow, I wanted you all to know about this beautiful brand new promotion that's coming. And so I'm going to share that with you right now and just give you a quick little overview with the new promotion. And I'm switching over to my screen share right now so you can see that. And what I want to do is just roll through. It is a quick little promotion, but I just need to tell you guys about it because I don't feel right unless I give you guys all the information. That's just what's really important to me, is to give you all the information. So Sue is here. Lori is here. I know it's kind of weird. I'm just here on a Friday. Okay, that's weird. Now I'm seeing all of this strangeness going on with my screen. All right, let me see if I can figure that out, because what I want to do is get to are you guys seeing all this like strangeness there? I think you are. Okay. Let me get to the right screen. All right. I think we're going to get to the right one now. So, there's a brand new promotion starting tomorrow. Starting tomorrow. It's only for a few days. And I had no idea they were going to do this, but wow, bam, here we go. You can get another punch. And you know how I am about my tools, love my tools, but you can get another punch if you spend $125 and a paper pack. So what does that look like? It is called the Fringe Punch, and it does some really kind of cool textury elements to your pages. So what is the promotion all about? Well, if you spend, like I said, 125 on anything you need, you can get the Fringe Punch and this paper pack, and this kind of really cool beachy tropical looking paper pack. Now, what's also going on, I can't believe they're doing both of these at the same time, but they are. What they're also doing is giving you free shipping on orders of $80. So basically, if you do the promotion, you can also get free shipping. So I don't know if you have some never outs that, you always kind of keep on hand a list of adhesives or, different things like that, that you want to make sure you have on hand. That's always something good to use on promotions like this if there's not something brand new that you're extremely excited about. Kidding. So anyhow, I just wanted to share free shipping, $80. And also you get the Fringe Punch. Now they also are staggering this up, which means if you spend $250, you actually get 2 bundles, and if you spend $375, you get 3 bundles. Now, what you would do with 3 Fringe Punches, I am not quite sure, but there is an aftermarket for punches, so maybe something like that. I don't know. So, it's your choice, but I definitely love at least getting one thing for free, and if you have the uh, ability to get the Fringe Punch, that would be great. Now, I also want to just say, so that's the new promo, free shipping, free product. Now, the other thing I just want to say is that there is, oh, and here's a closer look at the paper. It's kind of cool, right? I like the rainbow wood paper. I've never seen anything like that. That's pretty neat. So I think that's my favorite paper in the whole pack, the wood rainbow. So I wanted to also remind you guys, these are a few examples from the Fringe Punch, just so you can see that. I also want to remind you, so here's the, like you can get 1, 2, or 3. And I want to remind you that right now, there is, I think I clicked on something. The Actually, what I'll do is I'm going to do a stop share, and I am going to show you my desktop, overhead camera. Hi guys. Okay, so what I want to do is share with you the summertime collection, because I got mine in and it's so pretty, you guys. It's so pretty. I want to share that with you. Plus, I also want to remind you that if you have not purchased yours, it's time. It is time to get the secret box. And this is for the virtual crop in June. It's coming up. I may or may not have been told or heard what's inside. Okay, but can you hear it? It's heavy. There's like something heavy in here. I will say this, you guys. This is the best box yet. Mine still does have the shrink wrap on it. I want you to notice that, but I kind of did hear some rumors about what's inside. And anyhow, it is a really good secret box. So if you have not ordered your secret box, it's definitely time to do that. And the virtual crop starts June 10th. It's on a Thursday. It's kind of strange. It's not on a Friday. It starts on a Thursday. So if you want to hang on to it and open it all together, we can do that. But I guarantee you're going to like what is inside the virtual box. They did turn on the little hot sign for the virtual crop box, which means there's a lot of them being sold. So whenever you see that little hot, that means a lot of people are purchasing and their inventory could run out. So always just remember that, keep that in mind. But there is the virtual crop box. So I hope you guys have gotten it. Who's gotten their box? Who's gotten their box? Tell me you got your box. And who has been able to get their hands on summertime? Anybody? Sue, Molly, who's gotten their hands? Marianne, Pam, anybody got your hands on summertime? I hope. This is a really fun collection. And here's what I want to say. So, I just wanted to get the promotional, let you guys know what's coming, the virtual crop, the secret box. You guys need to know that stuff. But now I also want to share new product. And then I'm also going to kind of give you an idea of how to use this. Just because, here's my thing. here's what I was my aha, my Sunday memorable moment for you guys. I kind of spent a little time this morning looking at posts and reading a few things. And I was blessed to see that on the advisor Facebook page, there was this one post that an advisor had put her heart out on the line and said, "Hey, does anybody scrapbook the way I do, which is just mostly pictures on the pages and a few borders, or just a very simple approach to scrapbooking." And I was so impressed to see with how many people replied to her post that yes, yes, this is how I scrapbook, because as you know, there's such a huge um, uh, push for all these beautiful creative pages. And I have nothing against beautiful creative pages, not at all. And we all have our own scrapbook style. That is part of what makes us unique and fun and makes this hobby really fun. But what I wanted, what was put on my heart today, what I wanted to share is that if you feel like it is more important for you to put your photos down and tell your story, I am 100% with you, because that is what I love too. That is what is meaningful to me. And that's just always been kind of the way I do things. I love making the photos the star of the show. I love telling the story behind it, and which is just mostly that is just part of who I am and what I do. So, what I wanted to share today then was not only then just the summertime product, because this is some of the brand new summertime product, but also let's do a page. I want to just share with you how quickly we can put together a two-page spread, because and using the photos as the star. I know there are some awesome examples of how to do, like I said, these gorgeous pages, or take the tools. A lot of talk about how to use the tools and how to spend time, kind of creating a very elaborate page. And maybe you do that on a title page, or maybe you do that some places, or maybe you have the luxury that you can do that in your whole album. But I know for me, and I know from this post, what really struck me was to make sure you heard the message again from me today. I'm I'm on my soapbox again, you guys, that it is okay to create simple pages. It is okay. It's okay to get your pages done. It's okay to tell the story. So let's jump in and take a look at summertime and see how quickly we can do a two-page spread, because every chance I get to put a couple pages together, I love it. I'm in love with it. So the new summertime, the only piece I don't have in this collection are the laser, because that was kind of delayed. So I don't have the laser borders yet. So this is going to be done without. But I see, let's see, Cassie you got some of your product. Yay. And Sue, you did. Jane got hers. Lori got the box. Okay, Mary. Awesome. So I'm glad some of you are, jumping in there and getting the new products. But let me just kind of give you a quick little overview of summertime. So there's two paper packs. There's the designer paper pack, which has all of the designer prints. And when I opened this, even though it says summertime, to me, this is definitely more of a tropical feel. Okay, so there's a lot of palm fronds and hibiscus flowers, and flamingos, pineapples. So this definitely, coconuts, this definitely has a tropical feel to me. This would be beautiful for a Hawaii album, or any kind of, island getaway kind of thing. So what I was also looking at though is, how can I bring this into summertime? Because I've already kind of used my tropical pictures for my Hawaii albums with vitamin C. So I love new product, but I want to, okay, so how am I going to use this? That's my question. So that's the summertime designer paper. And then I opened the Fast to Fab paper. So this is the second uh, paper pack that's in the collection. And I was really surprised when I saw this one, because sometimes the Fast to Fab is a little too much for me, but sometimes I look at it and I can go, how can I use this in pieces if I don't want to use the whole piece like a wallpaper effect? So anyhow, I was looking at it and I thought, oh gosh, these are really kind of neat designs. And not only that, but how would I put them together? Because you get 12 sheets and each one of them is double-sided. So you get two of the same sheet. But if you notice here, they are coordinated, but they are not, you can use two of the exact same sheet. Okay, if you wanted to, you could. But there are also kind of coordinated sheets. Do you guys see how these kind of go together? And so I was kind of trying to pair which ones I would put together. And I thought I'd just show that to you today. So on these two, I really like, instead of doing the matchy, the exact same sheet over on this side, this would be a beautiful combination to use together, even though, the colors are kind of opposite, but it works. To me, that works. And then this was another combo. So you could see how these could come together on a 2-page spread. And you've got kind of a 1/3, 2/3 kind of going on here. And then you've got the green stripe as the borders. So I think that's a really neat 2-page combo. Then there's this one, and let's see, how did I put this? Oh, I think I went this way. So again, putting the dark green in the center, then the blue, then the light green on the outside. So they're not, kind of like I said, matchy, but it is cohesive. Like the look, the colors, everything goes well together. So I would like those two. I would probably use those two together. And then the same, here's a kind of a lemon slice. Isn't that a fun one? And I thought, well, how would you do that? This is a little different. So maybe I do the banner over on the right-hand side. And then I've got all this area in the center for photos. So again, just kind of a different feel for backgrounds if you wanted to use these for backgrounds. And then this one was kind of, reminds me of watermelon, right? Kind of like a watermelon. And I would probably put all that pink in the center and then use these as the edges. So those are the Fast to Fab pages. And I also have one other set, which is actually on the back of the watermelon, which is what I am going to share with you today. So that's those are the Fast to Fab designer papers. And then the summertime designer papers, Fast to Fab and designer. Okay, and I just got an extra pack. That's what that is over there. So I'm going to just set this aside and kind of share what I had in front of me and let you know where I am. And when I saw this, I thought, okay, well, what can I scrapbook? Because to me, it's always about getting another couple of pages done, right? Getting a couple pages done in my scrapbook. And I love scrapping. So I love keeping and telling my story. So what I thought I would do is I grabbed my library memories book, which is the things we do. And in this book, one of the things we do is we swim. That's kind of one of my categories. And if you haven't ever heard of Library of Memories, or you haven't heard of how I scrapbook, I have a whole YouTube channel where I go through this whole process. And I would start with the video that says how I would start over as a scrapbooker. And then I go into my POP series, my Progress on Project series. And basically I explain everything in 10 videos. It's a 10 video series. But as I mentioned, and it's based on Stacy Julian's Library of Memories, which I absolutely love, where you look at photos across time and you tell the story. That's the kind of the basic of it. So I have a little photo folder If you haven't seen these are available on my website. Also, free download. I love photo folders for organizing all of my photos. And as I've been going through, I've been picking photos and tucking them into these folders for different categories. So I know I've had some requests also, like, how do you use Scrapbook Library of Memories? Well, I'm going to share that today. So this is, as I mentioned, I could have done either water photos with my kids just kind of playing in water, or swim, but I loved the colors of these photos with this paper. So I picked some photos out of my swim folder. Now, this again is across time. Okay. So these are different pools, different times we were swimming. But this to me is telling a story. And the story this is telling is about how my husband was always right there in the pool with the kids. Kind of this photo is representative of it, where the kids are just hanging on to him and he's going around with this little train of kids swimming in the pool as they're learning how to swim, as they're enjoying. We didn't have a pool, so we had friends who had pools, as they're enjoying that process. So I wrote the story because to me, the story is important for these photos. And again, these are not the same year, they're not the same pool, they're not the same event. This is the story. This is how, what my kids enjoyed when they were able to get in water. Now, would I have more pictures? Yeah, as I come across them, I might do another page of swimming when the kids are older. But this is starting the story on one of the things that we love to do, which is to swim. So I was kind of excited to jump into this process and get going. So Lori, the title of the videos on my YouTube channel are Progress on Projects, but you'll see a yellow circle and it says POP, P-O-P, Progress on Projects, but it's the acronym POP. And it's episode 1, episode 2, and I have a whole playlist just of my POP series. And it goes into how I organize and how I think about my album projects and how I've really kind of come to terms with the fact that we can't scrapbook all our photos, right? And but what is richer to me is to kind of think about our experience, our life experience. So it's not just the chronology of what we did in our life, but really the deeper story. And that's what I love about this. So what I wanted to do was just share. So I grabbed photos, and just like this post I was reading, I like putting a lot of photos on my page. I am not a one photo per page scrapbooker. That just, it's all about, remembering every photo and every little piece of the story. So I'm just going to kind of share first what I decided. I don't typically use a whole sheet like this, but I really do like this kind of background. So I thought, let's just try it. Let's just play with the summertime collection and see where we go with doing a quick 2-page spread. And so I'm going to show you. This is kind of how I scrapbook. You've seen me do it before, but it's all about just making the photos come to life and telling the story. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take a little adhesive and get these pages down. So just kind of we'll use the whole sheet. Like I said, I don't always do this. I kind of am a more color. I kind of more go into color blocks rather than full sheets, but this one did kind of speak to me. So that's the whole beauty of scrapbooking, right? You can scrapbook whatever way pleases you. But again, kind of my message to you today is also, don't feel like you have to make it like those, artful paper crafting type pages. Beautiful pages can be simple also. And that's part of what I've learned is not only simple, but timeless. I was just looking at an album, my 1996 album. Oh my, it's like, it is not the same system I use now. And it's harder to look at. I'll have to say, it is just harder to look at. So I'm out of repo. I'm going to have to grab a refill for that. Don't you love it when you run out of tape though? Because it really feels like you're making progress. So this is from the matte pack. I'll go back and kind of explain a little bit. This is from the matte pack. I didn't get that on there quite straight. And I'm just bringing in some of the colors that I'm seeing in the layout. Plus, this is my oldest when she was, I don't know, about 2 maybe. And she has her little floaty on. My kids all started learning with little floaties and bringing in some of that yellow. So I wanted to do that there. And then again, this is just a great shot of John in the pool with the kids. So kind of telling that story over here, just telling the story. And then over here, I went ahead and did the journaling just to show you how quickly this can all come together. So I'm going to take this photo, since there's a lot of blue in here, and just cut it down to a 4x4. Super easy. It's one of my favorite sizes, and it always works well on a page. And one of the things I also, I got really sidetracked today, kind of looking at all these beautiful techniques and things you could do. And again, it was just kind of a little nudge for me to say, techniques are really fun, and they give you a whole new spin on your pages. But don't get bogged down. Don't spend all your time trying to learn the latest technique. I mean, this is my perspective, guys. You can do whatever you want. I have to tell this to myself, right? Is it's okay to be simple. It's okay to really just whip out a few pages, and it doesn't have to have some fancy big design on it. It can be just this simple. Okay, so I give you permission. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I just, I feel almost sometimes for myself, if I don't do all this fancy stuff, I'm not showing a really great page. But nope, it's really not like that. It's really about the photos and the story. For me, that's my goal. And I have to remind myself of that often. Okay, so here is, again, my basic snap to grid layout. Always a simple way of getting the photos on there. And I did add some color on here, but really that's it, guys. It's so simple. And what I want to do is add this journaling. I want to add it to the back of this card. And then I'm probably going to end up doing maybe a peekaboo pocket over this, because this is where I have a little bit of fun. Excuse me, I take a drink. Too much talky, right? So there is a new border cartridge. This is called the Lamplight border cartridge. And I did want to play with this. And I did want to kind of bring in some color and a little bit of texture. And that's just a quick, easy way to add a little something to this page. So right now there's a lot of color going on, but I also don't see a whole lot of texture. So that's the next piece that I'm going to do. And just kind of, I'm going to go back into the Summertime Designer paper and just kind of look at what a fun texture might be to add to this. I do kind of like a little brightness, maybe the white dots. The pink would be kind of fun to add, or let's see, what else have we got? We've got the flowers. But again, like I was saying, this is not hugely tropical. This is more, just kind of water, pool, fun. So that's kind of a cute one. But I think for this border cartridge, I'm going to stick with, I'm going to try this one, the kind of splashy dot. And it actually kind of does correlate a little bit with that. So I'm going to take my border maker. And has anybody used the lamplight yet? Hi, Ruthie. Ruthie's here. Hey. This is the new lamplight. I'll share that with you. And I'm just gonna take a quick minute over here. I'm not sure if you can see it on screen. Let me see if I can start over here, bring it. Oh, Molly, that is too sweet. Thank you. I enjoy being here with folks who kind of get me. Right? I feel like, you know, there's a lot of people out there that just, they are amazing at what they do. They are truly amazing. But it's really kind of more about the craft. And for me, it's about the memory keeping. So I appreciate you guys. I really, really do. Yeah. Oh, Anna got her box yesterday. You can't wait to open it. Are you going to wait? Who's waiting? Who's waiting to open their box? Anybody? Are you going to wait? I'm undecided. I feel like I have to wait. I kind of have to wait because I was asked to open it. I think they're doing like a new little virtual thing. And they asked a few advisors to come on and open the box. So I feel like I'm kind of obligated to wait. So I think I may have to wait. All right. So can you guys see that beautiful lamp light? Okay, so Lori, you opened it. It's a good one, right? Maybe don't give away, but tell us. I mean, I kind of know what's in it, but it's a good one, right? Let me just say, were you happy with the contents? Tell me if you were happy, because I've heard it's a lot of people's favorite that have gone ahead and opened it. So that was the gorgeous lamplight border cartridge. Isn't that pretty? I love it. And I really do. I like the white with the black splashes on there. Now, I just wanted to share something also, is that there is the mirrored triangles. Now, I know some of you might go, oh, don't do the mirrored triangles because they're not available, but they're coming back. Guys, these are coming back. So if you have it, if you grabbed it, then I just kind of wanted to share. The cool thing about the lamplight and the mirrored triangles is they are kind of one of those perfect pairings. There's you know, when I look at border cartridges, I kind of go, oh, some of these just what I call a perfect pair. And so I just wanted to share a little bit about that. And I'm going to bring in the pineapples, but I think what's going to happen when I punch the pineapples is you're really not going to notice that they're pineapples. You're just going to see the yellow. So what I'm going to do is just show you really quickly what I mean about perfect pairings, which is just kind of a fun thing I like to do. Yeah, you really don't notice at all. These are pineapples when you punch it. Okay, so look how fun that is. That border cartridge goes perfectly with the other one. So I'm going to just do that one more time. Again, I don't have the laser border, so you know it's okay for me, I feel, to do a couple border cartridge pieces just to give a little more texture and dimension. Plus, it's just so darn easy, right? I mean, how fast is that? That's so fast. I know it's a little noisy, so I apologize for all the clomp, clomp, clomp. Okay, so let me pull that down so you can see it. So just in a matter of a couple minutes, I've got this really neat lamplight border and this yellow. And, you know, there's just different ways you can play around with that. So you can see how to pair those up. And I do just love the way those match up. Isn't that neat? So that's a perfect pair. I think I'm gonna do it this way and just put this right up front. Boom, just like that. Okay, so that's a lot of my base right there. I'm going to go ahead and I need to get my refill cartridge and pop those down. And then basically we're just going to adhere down this this layout. And then this is kind of the area where I'm going to do a little cluster. I'm going to add some stickers and then it's done. I've got this really fun 2-page layout finished. Okay, so always with these border strips, I'm using the Repo adhesive. I'm just gonna, well, I don't have anything super duper handy. I'm just gonna grab a extra cardboard paper here, add my adhesive on here and on here. Boy, both sides of these are so pretty, aren't they? You could really, really go for both sides. Okay, so let me know. Oops, where'd my other one go? Oh my goodness, where'd it go? Oh, it's over here. Sue, is it under my left elbow? Tell me, is it under my left elbow? Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna just put these borders down. So easy right here. I'm gonna start with the yellow first, just at the top. And why at the top? Because these black dots just kind of give a really neat base. I'm gonna move it up just a smidge. I'm gonna put it right at that seam. Yeah, that works really well right there. And it just gives a kind of a neat base to layer. You see the dots in between. Okay, I do love the Repo, don't you? Huh. Love that. Okay, so there's a very, very simple start to that page. And then I'm going to do the same thing right over here to the other side. Boom. And right across. So you can see the colors in the summertime collection. Really fun, right? The kind of limey, minty, limey green, aqua blue. The yellow is not a bright yellow. It's like a mustard yellow, right? So kind of muted, but still really fun. Okay, I'm just gonna go for that now. Now I'm gonna just take the photos over here, do a little matting. Well, I have the mat on this one. Add these down. And as I mentioned, these are from all different years. And we are just telling the story with these photos. And this one, I may come back and do a mat on that because it's kind of losing itself, but I'm just going to set it down for right now, right here. But I might come back and do maybe like a little white mat around that would be cute. Okay, so now I'm going to come over here. I've got these two kind of really fun blue pictures over here. I'm going to add to the center so you can see this is it. This is scrapbooking 101 right here. Just easily adding your photos. Using, you know, I always call, this is my snap to grid, just pretend like there's a little grid. Why do I do that? And I know I've said it before. One of the main reasons I do that is because it's a clean, classic look. It's an easy layout to look at. And over time, I enjoy still looking at a very simple designed page. It's just a graphically easy way to look at a page. And can you bring in all the fun stuff? Yes, you can bring in borders, you can bring in all that fun stuff, but it still keeps the page and the photos, to me, it keeps the photos the star, the center of your page. Okay. So as I mentioned here, what I want to do is kind of have this as a flip up. So I'm going to see, I'm either going to do a 5x7, or a 4x6. So let me just see. Whoops, that's a 6x12. I got to get into my peekaboo pockets over here. Here's a 5x7. So it's a little larger than a 5x7. So what I'd have to do is actually cut a 5x7 and then put this on top, or cut this down to a 4x6, which maybe I'll just do that. Let me see. I think I'm going to do that. So like I said, I already have my journaling done. So what I'm going to do is get this journaling right here in the center. And if you remember, the some of the mats are 4.5 by 6.5. So basically all I have to do is just cut a 1/2 inch off, or a 1/4 inch off each side. Since I'm using, I'm going to use my big trimmer so I can get the exact measurement. And did I stop my train of thought? I'm going to cut a 1/4 inch off. So on each side, because I have the journaling already done. So I think I missed that just a smidge. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, actually, I'm just going to bring this out and make this 6 inches, because that's what will fit in the peekaboo pocket. And did anybody have a surprise in their secret box? I'm not saying that there was a really kind of fun surprise in there. Should I? No, I should not say anymore, right? So now I'm going to trim this down. This is 4.25, so I'm just going to take a 1/4 off the top. I'm just saying, peekaboo pockets are so fun, aren't they, everyone? Okay. Enough of that, right? I can't let any more out of the bag. So there, I've trimmed that right down to a 4x6. So now I have the back side, and I've got this fun photo of John, but now I think I'm going to trim this down because I want to see a little bit of the green behind. So I'm going to use my personal trimmer for that. I'm just going to trim this, just kind of trim it a little tighter. Just make it a little tighter this way and this way. Okay, so I'm going to be able to see just a little bit more of that green here. And then it gives me this really kind of fun edge. Now, why do I have these kind of odd shaped? Because these were printed when digital first came out. You guys remember how they would not fill? You know how you have fit and fill? And so this was a fit, and it didn't fill the full 4x6. Boy, that's a lot of F's to say. Fill the first 4x6. So basically, I had to trim them down. So they're not a true 4x6. So I've got this little edge, but never to fear. There is always a sticker for that, right? I've got a sticker for that. So what we can do is kind of look and see what might be kind of fun to put in there. And let's see, kind of feel like something leafy green would be kind of cute in there, or even that little camera. I think maybe the leaves, because I do have another little, there we go, another little deal I'm going to use. I love this Summer Days, so I'm going to use that in the circle. And so I don't want to put another set of words up here, I don't think, but we'll see. Okay, so now I've got that, and we're coming in to finishing up the page. So, you know, how quick is that? Hopefully that was quick. Sometimes when I get myself to chit-chatting so much, I take longer than I really need to, but you guys know it's a simple page. I'm trying to grab a peekaboo pocket here. Okay, so like I said, I've got my story already on the back, and I can just slide this right in here. And that gives me this whole fun little element. I can pull up, I can read the story, and I can even, actually now I can put another photo underneath. So I'm going to go back and look into my photos, see if I have some more, or I could always print from here. So what do I want to have down here? I'm going to use this circle as a fun little place for the title. So I'm going to grab my foam squares and just make sure Summer Days has a little dimension. Boom, 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 right? So you can see, I hope this gives you an idea how you can use the summertime collection with pool photos, right? Because I know a lot of us have pool photos. A lot of us have pool photos that lots and lots of water, right? And I wanted to do this little beach ball in here. I thought that was super cute. Summer Days beach ball. And I kind of want this to come down like right there. That's why I'm not sticking it down yet until I do kind of this fun little cluster. And I think one other little piece I need is just maybe what I'll do is bring some more of the greenery in behind here like that. So now I've got the two greens, and I think that's pretty much it. I don't really need to do a whole lot more, but ta-da, focusing on photos. Maybe I'll do a few last minute little things, put a little white mat around here and get another photo, and then I'll stick this down. But really super simple, super easy page to finish. And again, keeping your focus on the photos. To me, I love opening my book and boom, the first thing you look at are the photos. Then you look at, oh, that's cute. Oh, I like that. And then, you know, maybe you take a minute to do any of the reading of the journaling. So, okay. All right. Okay. So Margarita, thank you. Thank you for being here, Margarita, and Lynette. Yay. I know sometimes I just have to pop on and say hello. Okay. So I hope you all have a chance to get your hands on your photos this weekend. Just wanted to share again, scrapbooking doesn't have to be hard. It doesn't have to be complicated. You can just have some fun, layer, do some simple pages, and look at that, 2 pages done just like that. And I've got another memory stored in my album. So, all right, you guys, that's what I have for you today. Just remember, tomorrow the promo starts, free shipping starts, and the new summertime collection is very fun, as you can see, very, very fun to work with. So until I see you again, thanks for stopping by this Sunday, and hopefully you have a beautiful weekend. Thank you guys. Enjoy your day. Take care. Bye for now.